The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that shot me. That shot me. La 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 is a rat. I don't do no damn fighting.
Man, you just want to tell us what happened?
Did I shoot? Crazy.
They're saying you were disorderly. Outside the casino, there was a fight near the
I
valet.
smacked the out of Offset. He would never play with me like that in his life.
Does somebody owe you money?
Ask Offset.
He owe you money?
Ask Offset.
Offset looks like he's hit a serious low point. Reports are saying TMZ caught him outside in hospital-style socks, rolling around for photos, and people are whispering it's tied to gambling debts piling up fast.
Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That broke. That pop. So I see like 13 bands in loans. I don't know who got paid back that day. You feel me? Bro, where's my mother that ducked me for so long, boy? And mind you, I'm 23, and this is Raindrop, Drop Top, Cardi B husband.
That could explain why he's been spotted looking rough, sitting outside in dirty socks in a wheelchair. He's got the weight of everything on his back. On top of that, things are clearly not steady. His whole situation feels like it's slipping fast. And let's talk about Cardi B for a second, because those bruja rumors are not going away anytime soon. Why is Offset out here looking like he stepped straight into a dramatic movie scene? It's raising eyebrows everywhere, but it gets even messier when you bring up Lil Tjay, because people have been talking about that situation nonstop. If any of that is true, it seems like he came prepared with a top-tier lawyer, almost like something out of a political scandal playbook. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The only thing police actually charged him with was getting into a physical altercation inside a casino. Not because of who he was fighting, but because any kind of fight in a casino is automatically illegal. That changes the angle completely. Read between the lines. People are saying Lil Tjay may have been the one going at Offset first. But that still means Offset got caught up in it too, and that alone crosses the line legally. There is a lot unfolding around Offset right now, and none of it looks calm. From public appearances to legal drama, it's all stacking up. And then there's Cardi, always saying she's God's favorite, which has people looking at this whole situation sideways. It's got some folks wondering if maybe she's playing this smarter than anyone expected. Welcome to Fame Thunder. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow and keeps the daily videos coming your way every single day. Don't miss out on what's next. One of the wildest downfalls people keep talking about right now? This is the same man who once had a global superstar by his side, living big, moving loud. And now the shift feels dramatic. People are looking at him like, how did it flip this fast? From headline moments with Cardi B to now being seen looking worn down, sitting around with family and his new situation, giving off stressed, confused, and low energy vibes all at once. Let's get into these photos because there's a lot being said. Folks online are convinced this whole moment might be a strategy, a way to pull attention and maybe even get Cardi's attention again. But here's the thing. Every time Cardi spun back before, he was not out here looking like this. The energy was different, the image was tighter, and everything felt more in control. This is someone who had the spotlight, the money, the lifestyle, the family, everything lined up. And now people are staring at these clips and photos, sitting there looking lost, heavy, and unsure. It's a sharp contrast that has everyone talking. And it gets even more layered. There's chatter that after their last fallout, things got heated, and now people are connecting dots, seeing him around family while things don't look financially strong. Add in the rumors that these paparazzi moments might even come with a check attached, and suddenly the whole situation feels calculated. Especially with talk floating around that he's been reaching out to fans for support. People are really questioning what's real and what's a move. So now, the big question is hanging in the air. Is this a genuine rough patch, or is this all part of some bigger play to win Cardi back?
Is Offset broke? You know, because we've heard Cardi B make statements alluding to that. And let's be real, even if you're a multimillionaire, it's not going to take long for you to lose your money if you have a gambling addiction. So I don't know.
Either way, the situation has people locked in and trying to figure out what's really going on. He's out here looking rough, worn down, and not put together at all. And people are really questioning how that's supposed to win. Back a superstar who's out here selling out shows back to back. The contrast is loud. It's like two completely different worlds colliding, and it's got everyone talking.
Get out of here, Offset. Fans are not going online saying, this is exactly why Cardi B needs to stay far away from him. He's literally smoking like nothing is wrong.
Now, let's lay out what people have been saying about Offset. None of this confirmed, but it's all over conversations close to the situation. There's talk about him dealing with other women, possibly getting someone else pregnant, and putting Cardi through emotional chaos again and again. Folks remember those moments where everything spilled online, where things got messy in public spaces more times than anyone could count. And now people are looking at him like, this is the plan? Showing up looking like he hasn't had a break, giving off that tired, stressed energy. Everything is catching up at once. The image just isn't matching the comeback story he might be aiming for. Meanwhile, Cardi is out here moving at full speed, performing, winning, and staying booked. Then there's another layer. People keep pointing out. Some are saying he might think the timing works in his favor right now. Circumstances have shifted, and this is his chance to step back in. But when you watch closely, even the energy around him feels off. There are moments where he doesn't even seem open to the people next to him, almost like he's shutting everything out. Meanwhile, Cardi's on a completely different wave, selling out venues, staying focused, and not missing a beat. From the outside looking in, it feels like she's already moved forward.
Have you ever been with somebody and it was over, but y'all were still together? Like, you weren't in love, and ending it was just a matter of parting ways and like parting stuff. That's basically how Cardi B and Offset were, y'all. So let that girl be.
While he's stuck trying to figure things out in real time, and the way people are reacting, they're connecting everything she said before to what's playing out now, saying it's lining up a little too perfectly. Now it's reached the point where people are watching every move, every clip, every photo, trying to decode what's real and what's just noise in a situation that keeps getting messier. Now, people are really out here saying Cardi B might be some kind of bruja, putting spells on Offset. Hold on, let's be serious for a second. That kind of talk sounds wild, and not everyone's buying into it. What a lot of people are saying, though, is that this looks more like real-life consequences playing out, and both of them are just in completely different seasons right now. There's this idea some people grow up hearing. When everything starts going wrong, it's not always random. Sometimes you can have good things lined up, but the energy around you, the people around you, can pull everything off track. And when folks look at the situation, they're pointing out how different things look for each of them. Offset seems stuck dealing with setback after setback, while Cardi is out here thriving, stacking wins, and moving forward without slowing down. You always hear people say, after a breakup, give it some time and then look at who's really doing better. And right now, people are definitely making those comparisons and drawing their own conclusions. Now, let's get back to the main question. There's still a lot of chatter that Offset is trying hard to get Cardi back. But will it actually work? From the outside, it's not looking too likely. After everything that's happened, after going their separate ways and building new chapters, it raises a real question. Why would she step back into that situation again? And here's what really has people talking. If any of this was actually working, if these public moments, these appearances, all this attention was pulling at her, people believe we would have seen a reaction by now. Cardi has never been quiet when she cares deeply about something. She would have stepped in, said something, shown emotion publicly. But the silence? That's what's speaking the loudest right now. It's making people think that whatever is happening on his side, it's not moving her at all. And that might be the clearest sign of where things really stand. You saw how Cardi was moving before, right?
I kept telling myself I will not contact this person for a month. I will not give in. I will not forgive this easy. I will not go back. I will not go to the pattern. I will not go through it. But I was crying every day. I was hurt every day. I was out here in LA in a mansion by myself. I was thinking about it every single day. And when your heart is not done, your heart is not done.
The energy, the vibe, the way she was carrying herself, it was completely different. And when people compare that to what's going on now, it just makes everything feel even more intense. Because if there's one thing that hits hard after a breakup, it's seeing someone move on and glow up while everything around you feels like it's falling apart. Meanwhile, Offset's situation just keeps getting more complicated. People are pointing out how he's been seen outside in rough condition, sitting in a wheelchair, looking worn down, while bigger questions are still hanging in the air about everything going on around him.
It seems like he's in there chasing losses. And I've been there too, because I'm kind of low-key a fiend too. I ain't gonna cap with you. Like, you know what I mean? We all been there. I'm not gonna act like Offset the only. But, bruh, if your ops could pull up on you at this casino, because you're there lacking, just spending days, weeks, months, it's not good.
And on top of that, there's still talk that authorities haven't fully resolved certain incidents connected to his situation, which only adds more tension to everything. Then things take another turn with Lil Tjay speaking out, calling him a snitch. And that word carries weight depending on who's listening. It immediately got people reacting, debating, and trying to figure out what's real versus what's just talk. You even had folks replaying the moment like, wait, did he really just say that? It definitely added another layer to an already messy situation. And here's where it gets even more serious. There have been claims and accusations floating around about threatening behavior and conflicts involving other people. It's important to remember these are allegations and not confirmed facts, but they've still been part of the public conversation. Some stories even suggest situations where others were pulled into the drama, which only makes everything feel more chaotic and harder to untangle. At this point, the whole situation feels like it's spiraling in multiple directions at once. Between public appearances, online accusations, and people speaking out, there's a lot happening all at once. And everyone is watching closely to see what unfolds next. People are really calling out the contrast in energy. There's this perception that Offset came off bold in certain situations before, especially when dealing with women. But now that he's faced with real pushback, possibly from another man, the tone looks completely different. Suddenly it's like, it wasn't me, and people are side-eyeing that shift heavy. At the end of the day, a lot of folks still believe he'll land on his feet. But then again, will he? Because right now the image being painted is not pretty. People are throwing around words like rock bottom, saying he looks like someone dealing with serious habits and tough cycles. Now, to be clear, none of that is confirmed. There's talk about gambling, talk about drinking, but it's all speculation from the outside looking in. What is known is that he's spoken before about overcoming certain struggles, even crediting Cardi for helping him get through a difficult time in the past, and that just adds another layer to everything because people are now comparing who he was then to how he's being perceived now. But here's the real conversation people are having. If this truly is a low point, then accountability has to come into play. A lot of voices online are saying this didn't just happen overnight, it's the result of choices stacking up over time. And now that things have slowed down and reality is setting in, people feel like they're watching everything unfold in real time. Meanwhile, Cardi's year has looked completely different. Wins, visibility, momentum, everything seems to be going her way. And because of that, people keep bringing up the idea of karma, saying it's playing out right in front of everyone. There's also talk dragging in other names and situations, with people making big claims about careers, money, and missed opportunities. And it's important to separate what's proven from what's just loud online chatter. Still, one thing is clear from how people are reacting. Right now, the spotlight is showing two very different paths. And that contrast is what's got everyone talking nonstop. Everything on Cardi's side just looks smooth right now. Living good, eating good, winning nonstop, just good energy all around. And people can't help but compare that to what Offset has going on, because the gap between them is starting to look real wide. Some are even questioning how long he can keep up financially if things don't turn around. The way he's being seen lately has people making dramatic comparisons. Saying he looks like a struggling character straight out of a heavy drama scene, it's harsh, but that's exactly how the internet is reacting right now. There's also this feeling people keep repeating. When someone wants a second chance, timing is everything. You might get grace once, maybe twice. But after that, when someone truly moves on, they're gone for real. And from the outside, Cardi looks like she's fully planted where she is, not looking back at all. At the same time, not everything is black and white. Nobody really knows what's happening behind closed doors. And a lot of what's being said is still speculation. Even with all the noise, there's still that underlying hope from some people that he doesn't spiral any further, especially considering he has responsibilities and people depending on him. Because beyond all the headlines, the jokes, and the commentary, there's a real-life situation underneath it all. And a lot of folks are watching, hoping things don't go too far in the wrong direction, even as the public conversation keeps getting louder and more intense by the day. At this point, some people are just hoping he gets himself together. There's real concern being voiced about habits like gambling, not just for one person, but for everyone connected to them. Folks are saying they hope he steps back, clears his mind, takes care of his health, and drops anything that's dragging him down, including cigarettes and anything else affecting him. There's also a lot of talk trying to blame everything on wild ideas, like Cardi putting roots on him. But not everyone is buying that at all. Most people are looking at this as real-life choices and real-life consequences. Nothing supernatural about it. At the same time, some opinions out there are getting pretty harsh, with people labeling both of them in extreme ways. But others push back on that, saying success, growth, and discipline matter more than labels. Because at the end of the day, having money doesn't automatically mean someone has everything together, but it also doesn't define their entire worth either. What people seem to agree on is this. Something shifted, the dynamic changed, and now both of them are on completely different paths. And that difference is what everyone keeps focusing on. Looking at everything that's been discussed, one thing becomes very clear. This isn't just about two people. It's about two completely different phases of life. On one side, Cardi appears focused, successful, and moving forward without hesitation. On the other side, Offset is surrounded by rumors, speculation, and concern, even though not everything being said is confirmed. The biggest takeaway people keep pointing to is accountability. Many believe this situation didn't just happen overnight. It's the result of choices building up over time. And when you're in the public eye, those consequences don't stay hidden. They play out for everyone to see. There's also the way people create all kinds of theories, from strategic moves in relationships to wild supernatural claims. But when you strip all that away, most of it comes down to real-life decisions, environment, and discipline. Those are usually the real factors behind who rises and who struggles. Another key point is time. Time always reveals the bigger picture after breakups or major life changes. Right now, the contrast between their paths is what's fueling so much discussion and attention. At the end of the day, beyond all the headlines and opinions, these are real people dealing with real consequences. Situations can always change, but one thing stands out. Success or struggle often comes down to how someone handles their choices when things get difficult. Anyway, shout out to Cardi B and her career. That just keeps leveling up. She's winning, staying visible, and not slowing down anytime soon. And shout out to Offset too, because right now people are looking at his situation. It's a reflection of the choices he's made playing out in real time. And then there's Stefan Diggs. People are still talking, still asking questions, still trying to figure out what's next for him. But hold on, this is where it really gets wild. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, both of Cardi's exes, both fathers of her kids, are reportedly dealing with legal situations at the same time. That's a detail that has everyone raising their eyebrows. Some are calling it karma, others say it's just coincidence. But either way, the timing has people talking heavy. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. More is coming.